Hey guys, what's going on? Drew Danger back on the scene. I know it's been a while. I've had a lot going on. I have been doing the Judge Joe Brown Man Up show on Dana with the Data. Um, and so if you guys that are on here know that, because you watched the show and that's how you found me, gotcha. But for those of you that haven't, that's where I've been on Thursday nights. And I haven't been feeling too fantastic, guys. As you know, I'm going through a deal with multiple sclerosis. So I have days where I do better than others. I'm still, working out and things like that. Not to the level that I did, but I'm still getting it in every day. And working past it, I got a deeper diagnosis where basically, in summary, guys, um, if I don't get, I have to get a second level of experimental treatment. And if I don't, there's a chance I could start declining slow or fast. I don't know, because they found out that I had multiple sclerosis for more than 15 years. And so I got that news the day before my birthday. My birthday is March 31st. I got that on the 30th. So I'm just trying to deal with everything right now, and a lot of life changes and things kind of hit me really quick, and I'm having to adapt and change up some things right now. So just bear with me, guys. Lots going on. But I'm still here for you guys. If you ever want to message me, say hey, even phone conversations, I'm always open to that. Um, I'm always open to stuff like that. So I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on. So today, please forgive me. Oh, yeah. I want to make sure I get this right. So, life and death, dying for 10 seconds, and dealing with multiple sclerosis. So, today's video is a video that has to deal with me when I was in my soon to be mid 20s, around there. Actually, I was mid 20, I believe. And I actually died on the emergency table for like about 8 to 10 seconds. And I wanted to talk about my life and death experience and how you knew. Well, I'll tell you how you knew. You faded out and you're hovering over yourself. Like you could see your body and everything up here, right? So you're able to see everything up there and you're looking down. And in that moment, you also have another experience where you see your life flash before your eyes, and the blink of like a second, like your entire life, from like your earliest memory to things you might not remember, just go like that up until current date. It goes really, really quick. A lot of important memories, a lot of important people that you knew at one time, people that you were connected to, things like that. You go through it really quick. And I remember that it was a celestial, out of body, astral plane experience. And it completely changed everything. And it made your life just uneasy, unknown, and very uncomfortable, because it just goes from 0 to a million in a second. And then in that 8 to 10 seconds, I come back, I jump back up, and I'm back, and I'm going, what just happened? I think I know what just happened. I understand, I think. And you're sitting in the hospital contemplating, thinking through things with the time that you're in there. And then when you get home, eventually later, you're doing a lot of thinking and you're going, oh my gosh, you're trying to sit and figure out and think. And, it's just a crazy journey. That's the best way I could explain it. It's a really intense, crazy, deep, soul-searching, soul-reaching journey, because you're contemplating, you're thinking about what all that means for your life now and at that moment, and you're searching for answers, and you're searching into like, what does this mean? What is the the meaning of life? What is the purpose? You know, I believe God is real, but a lot of people in those situations, they go, how real is God, and what does all this mean? And is there an afterlife? Is there this? And I'm here to tell you guys. Now, people might have different takes on it. I can tell you that. And people might have different views on how they feel. But I can tell you from experience that there is some sort of something. Okay? It's not just all dark and boom and that's it. Okay? It's a very shocking feeling, you know, and it went by really fast, you know, and in the blink of an eye, I did a journey of 1,000,000 miles, you know, because you live through your whole life and you see a lot of different things really quick. So in the blink of an eye, you do a lot of stuff, and it goes by very fast. And then before you know it, you're back, if you come back, you know, and that's kind of the thing. And the reason I wanted to reach out to you guys about that is because, like I said, I'm talking about my health right now. And I've said it before in previous videos, you know, there's that, and that came from a stroke-like episode that was going haywire. And I had esophageal cancer, and I had a serious head injury that ripped the optical nerve where I lost my sight for about 3 years in one eye. And now I'm dealing with multiple sclerosis. And I just wanted to connect that with my health and say, call this video, you know, life and death. Dying for 10 seconds, dealing with multiple sclerosis and the journey of that, you know, and I wanted to kind of just really talk to you guys, you know, about my journey with that. And so it may not be as entertaining, but a lot of my videos aren't as entertaining in a lot of ways. You know, I have those occasional ones where I have a little fun, but they kind of deal with darker things and darker tones. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Oh, I almost forgot. So, as I always do, Drew Danger representing Team Henry Jones Jr. Okay? Indiana Jones team. So here's my custom Indiana Jones hat I did. And I'm wearing the Temple of Doom shirt. Love Indiana Jones, love Indiana Jones Temple of Doom, love Raiders of the Lost Ark, which I have a Raiders of the Lost Ark shirt too as well. And I like The Last Crusade. There were some moments in it where I felt like they could have cleaned it up, just little tucks to it, and then it would have been fine. But it was cool for what it was. I'm not going to complain about it too much, especially after what we got with Crystal Skull. You know, as my best friend said, you know, man, I was hard on Last Crusade a little bit, and I was hard on Return of the Jedi, and then we ended up with the Star Wars prequels and the sequel trilogy and the Crystal Skull, and he was like, man, whatever they did with Jedi is fine compared to what we ended up getting. Minus the Ewoks. I will never forgive that. But that's a story for another time. Okay? So yeah, I just wanted to briefly touch on that. So yeah, let's get into it. I don't want to get too sidetracked. So here we are, multiple sclerosis. Let me tell the story. I don't think I told you guys the story of what happened. If I did, forgive me, but I don't think that I did. What happened was, guys, I was working a lot of hours back to back. I was handling a lot of things, more than maybe I should have, you know. But I wanted to be that good, shining employee, make things happen. You know, I'm working until my wife is out of school, was the plan. That what became the new plan was like, I'm going to work until she's out of school and then make my switch and go into something else once she's set up and established, and I could start doing that. Was kind of the plan. My son would be a little bit older, and that time frame was kind of good. Unfortunately, that changed, and I don't know the future of everything about that. You know, I know that changes are definitely and have been definitely coming with my life. Not just in that way, but in every way. Every way of my life has been affected. I'll be honest with you guys, it has. Um, Everything has changed. I'm having to go through a lot of just, you know, body changes, life changes, financial changes, everything gets put on the platter, you know. So to get more in depth about what happened was I had woken up on a Thursday morning in November, um, and I had the day off. I was on my way to see the director's cut of Rocky 4. Quick story on that. The projector broke. I didn't get a chance to see it, and they only had one screening, and they weren't trying to make it happen that day. And they did not schedule us to come back on another day. They said, no, one day special event, and that's it. So sorry. And that was lame as lame can get, let me tell you. You want to talk about an angry crowd? Wow, it was angry. So anyway, I had done that, but when I got up in the morning, I woke up screaming because I had pain like I had never felt in the back of my head, in my brain, in my spine. I couldn't turn my neck, and I was screaming, and I don't really scream, I kind of, and I take it, but that one was like, oh shit, I was really, it was not good. And I got, after a little bit, I could turn my neck, and I felt not better, but like movable. So I got up, went to the bathroom, all that jazz, and I went to look at my punching bag, which I have over here. And so I did that, and when I was looking at my punching bag, it started to slant, move, go up and down, stuff like that. And I was kind of just like trying to make sense out of it. So I went on about the day, Rocky 4, projector broke, all that. There was a situation at work where my coworkers could not fix something, and I had to come down on my day off and fix that, which I didn't mind. I didn't want my team members, because I'm the head of the team, and I didn't want them to be stuck in a situation or to have somebody deal with it the next day. I wanted everything fixed and right for everybody, so there'd be no issue. So I went and I did that, fixed that, and then I went back home. I believe it was like, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the morning, something like that. And I knew I wasn't feeling good, and so I ended up resting. Actually, no, let me take that back, guys. I'm sorry. That was Thursday. Friday I went to work, and work was off. Like, I was not feeling well. My vision was like slamming into a triangular shape in a corner, and it was going back and forth, and I was just not doing too good with any of that. And things were not going well with that. And I still finished the work day, completed it, made sure everything was in place and doing well. And oh yeah, and then the weekend hit, because it was Friday. So the weekend hit, and I was deciding, I just said, I'm just going to sleep this whole weekend. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to get in any laundry. I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm not going to do anything. I'm barely going to eat. I'm just going to sleep and rest and try to shake this stuff off, because it's weird. Maybe I got exhaustion times a million because I've really been pushing my body. And I did that. And so Saturday, Sunday, did that. Monday, got up, looked at my punching bag, and it had turned upside down, because that's what I was seeing, and my vision was so distorted, and it just went haywire. And I had the neck pains and everything again. I was feeling not so great. And so then I went to the hospital, the urgent care, thinking I had some advanced form of COVID. I don't know. And they did that, and they said, no, you don't have COVID. And so the doctor, basically, I was talking to was like, hey, have you had any head injuries? Yeah, I've had 3 concussions, you know. And she said, well, where were they from? I said, the first one was from a fight training incident, you know, kind of thing I did. And then the second one was from my head bouncing off concrete, as I flew like 5-6 feet and landed on the side of my head and couldn't stop it. It was bad. And then the third was from the car accident where my wife and I flipped across 6 lanes in Sacramento, California, ripped through a guardrail, landed a 50-foot embankment in water while the car was on fire. And I had to get my wife and myself out with the help of people from the Costco gas station on the upper area of where we were. So anyway, they said I need to immediately get to the hospital fast as I can. My life depended on it. So my wife and I cruised over to urgent care. She had to take my son home. She had to take our son home. I'm sorry, guys. I'm all over the place. She had to take our son home because we didn't want to leave him in the emergency room, and he needed to go to bed. So leave him with grandma and all that. And my wife came back to the hospital. I had been admitted and stuff like that. Not admitted, but they took me to the back of the emergency room, talked to me about some things, asked me why I was there. And they started to take tests. And I told them what I was telling them, and they said, oh, yeah, we need to run these CT scans and different things like that. So I had done that, and they said, there's white matter over your brain and on your spine. That's not a good sign, and we need to keep you. And they told me straight up. The doctor told me straight up, the emergency unit doctor, without even looking at all the tests yet. She said, when this happened, I'm telling you right now, it's usually a sign of some form of multiple sclerosis. And I went, okay, wow. So they admitted me and kept me. I worked through a special team for multiple sclerosis, Blue Sky, and they ran a spinal tap on me and did all sorts of tests and, pumped me with some steroids and did different things. And yeah, I have full-blown multiple sclerosis, and they're just trying to figure out what type and what kind. And I don't know what to tell you guys about as far as type goes, because there's a lot going on. It went to a level where it was going to be up and down, but I could treat and work with it, to now a second diagnosis attached to it, to where my health could start declining. So I have to get an experimental treatings with the basic treatments I'm doing, do them both together, and see where I end up kind of going from there with my body and what it responds to. Because I did the basic stuff and it took down some of the inflammation, but I'm still having an issue. It's not making me feel magical at all. So I don't know. So now I have to change things up, do things differently, and make that go. And, I have, our super young son, my beautiful wife, and everything, and we're trying to just make everything go the best we can. And it is a challenge. We are good. It's just that this is not a easy thing to process nor to take in, if that makes sense. It's very challenging, is what I would say. And so I wanted to talk to you guys about that and explain to you guys, yeah, I hurt. I'm in pain every day. I feel sick every day. My mind is so scrambled up every day. I'm all over the place. I'm not feeling most days, but I'm still out there, guys, making it go, making it work, making things happen. And I'm not laying down and dying and just staying in bed all day. I'm up every day. I'm still working out. I'm still getting things done, eating right, doing those things, making those things happen, whatever needs to be done, doing it. It's challenging. I have to have walking aids, so I have a wheelchair, a walker, and a cane. Got all 3. I'm in physical therapy for the most part 2 times a week, and then working out. And when I go out, I take either the cane, the walker, or the wheelchair. That's what I have to work with. That's kind of my life right now. It's not exactly the ideal life. It's not exactly what I wanted, but it is where I'm at right now. So, I wanted to reach out to you guys and let you know that. And I wanted to say this, that, guys, look, life can be short. We're not here forever. Make the best of it. Do right by people. Treat people right. If you made mistakes, I'm not judging you. But make those mistakes right the best you can. Okay? Do your life better. Live to the fullest. Live to respect others the best you can. Be morally and ethically right in your life. If you believe in God, respect His laws, respect Him, and live your life by His law if you are a follower of Christ. Not everyone is, and I understand that. I am, but I'm just speaking for myself, and that's what I do. And if you're married and you have children, or you're not married and you have children, or you have a special someone, hold them tight, be there for them, give everything you can give to them, and always fight for them if they are worth the fight. Okay? My wife is worth the fight. We've been married 11 years now, and she's worth every bit of it. And I fight for her every day. Is life perfect? No. Have we had our challenges? Absolutely. But the thing is, at the beginning and the end of the day, I am always loyal to her, and I always will do right by her, and I've always been faithful and true to her, with that, and the same goes for my son, so hold on to those family members, hold on to those precious moments, spend as much time as you can, take care of yourself, keep yourself healthy, be around for your family, be a shining example for your family, carry yourself well, defend your family if you need to in the right ways. Don't go off the handles doing crazy stuff, but as a last resort, do what you have to. But if you don't have to go that way, don't go that way, I just turned 39 on the 31st of March, so next year I'll be 40, so I'm right there. I could tell you, doesn't mean I'm old, but a lot of years has gone by, and I've seen a lot of stuff. We talked about on the channel, and the stuff I haven't talked about yet, trust me, I'll get to it. And if you guys want to hear or have any questions, like what that might be or what you think it might be, ask me, and I'll see what I can put together for you guys. So I would say, yes, please do the best with your life. Live it to the fullest and do what you can, because your life can change overnight. I knew that eventually my health was going to get weird because of the injuries and the damage that's been done to my body prior to knowing all this. I knew that one day it was going to happen. And it just came a lot sooner than what I'd like. But guess what? That's the breaks of life. So make the best out of it. Enjoy what you can. Work hard. Make things happen. Take care of your family. Do as much as you can for them. And leave them a good setup. Sitting right. Things like that. The best you can do. Learn all you can about all the things that go on. And what I mean is learn like stocks, options, housing market, whatever, learn that stuff that will help you and your family out in the future and may help set you out a lot faster, so you could start building up some stuff to, make sure your family's sitting right. And when these scares happen, that you're able to reach in there, like this, and hand that, to your family member. Or if you're going through something, you'll be able to kind of move that. Don't depend just on the job and the job stuff that is out there. And I knew that, and I was trying to get things together to put that together. And so I would tell you guys that are especially a lot younger, start doing that now. Start figuring out that stuff now. So by the time you get to my age, you're already in the game and you got things set up. Start doing that and understand the language, the lingo of what all that means is what I can tell you. Be prepared for that because, yeah, there's a lot that goes into these situations. If your wife gets sick, if you get sick, your kids get sick, with something that can be terminal or really serious or whatever, yeah, this stuff can get expensive, just to let you know. And this is real talk, guys, and I just feel like I owe you guys a real conversation. I'm sorry for being away. I'm going to try to do these videos more often. I was on a roll at the beginning. I was like, every week I'm going to do 2 and that sort of thing. And life has just been eventful. That's the best way I could put it. So I pray and love you guys very much. Pray for you guys. Love you guys. Just keep me in your prayers and well wishes and things of that nature. And just stay focused, guys, when you're out there. I know everybody's talking about the Will Smith and Chris Rock thing. I'm going to touch on it briefly. 2 seconds real quick. Will Smith is dumb. And his wife doesn't want anything to do with him. And she has made his life a living nightmare. And he needs to get out of that relationship. And he needs to go away for a while and figure out and get some perspective, because even his children don't like him because of her, because of the stuff that has been pumping through, it's been a poison and a cancer. And so he's having to pay for it in a million ways, and there's more yet to come with that as well. And we got to do our lives better. That he's a shining example of what not to marry and what not to put up with and what to deal with. Get control of your household, because this is insane. She is just off the rails, ridiculous, and that's some sad stuff. So I'll just briefly touch on that. Yeah, guys, tell your friends, subscribe. There'll be more things to come. Check me out on Man Up with Judge Joe Brown, Dana with the Data. You'll see it. Thursday nights is when we do it. There'll be some really cool stuff coming up. So check it out, guys. All right? Remember, be awesome. Work hard. Make it happen. Put that together. Team Danger for life. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Thank you.